Hi everybody and welcome to another video. This is Lily here at Lily English. So in today's video, we are going to be looking at 20 food idioms. Why is it important to learn idioms? Native speakers use idioms fairly often, especially in spoken English. So if you want your English to sound more natural, it's important that you incorporate idioms in your speaking. Don't be afraid of idioms. Many English learners avoid them like the plague, but there isn't any reason to do so. Idioms are fun and make the English language a lot more colourful when used in spoken English. Now, there are countless idioms in English, as I'm sure there are in your own language. So for that reason, today we are going to focus on food idioms. When learning new idioms, it's a good idea to categorise them. So today we're going to do food idioms, but think of animal idioms or colour idioms or travel idioms or clothing idioms. Like, the list is endless. There are so many. So as you all know, I love food. I love eating, of course, vegan food specifically, which is the reason why I decided to focus on food idioms today. Of course, all the idioms that I introduce to you today will be vegan friendly. So I am going to introduce 20 idioms to you, each with a definition and an example sentence. At the end, I will be testing you on these, so make sure that you are attentive throughout today's video. So number 1. As cool as a cucumber. This idiom means to be relaxed and calm. For example, before the exam, he was as cool as a cucumber. Number 2, to take the biscuit. We use this expression to talk about something that we find particularly annoying or somewhat surprising. For example, so now she's opening your mail? That is really taking the biscuit. Number 3, to take something with a pinch of salt. This means to not take something that someone says too seriously or to heart. For example, she claims to be this health expert, but has never done a course in nutrition and in fact knows very little about what is a healthy diet. I would take what she says with a pinch of salt. Number 4, as cheap as chips. This idiom means to be very cheap. For example, this watch cost me €5. It was as cheap as chips. Number 5, to be the apple of someone's eye. This means to be very special and important to someone. For example, his daughter is the apple of his eye. Number 6, a couch potato. This refers to someone who is particularly lazy and idle. For example, all you do is lie on the couch, watching TV and playing computer games day after day. You are such a couch potato. Get a job. Number 7, a hard nut to crack. This idiom refers to somebody who is difficult to understand or a task that is difficult to do. For example, I just don't know what's going on inside his head. I just really can't understand where he's coming from. He's such a hard nut to crack. Number 8, a smart cookie. If we refer to someone as a smart cookie, it means they are intelligent. For example, your son is good at maths, science, English, geography. He is such a smart cookie. Number 9, in a pickle. We use this idiom to talk about a difficult situation or dilemma where there is no easy answer to be found. For example, yesterday I went to the supermarket. Once the cashier had scanned through all my items, I realised that I had left my purse at home and therefore had no cash to pay with. I was in such a pickle. Number 10, like 2 peas in a pod. We use this idiom to talk about 2 people who are very similar to each other. For example, Laura and Emma are best friends. They're like 2 peas in a pod. Number 11, in a nutshell. This means simply put or a short summary. For example, in a nutshell, he moved to LA due to his wife's new promotion. Number 12, to go nuts or to go bananas. It simply means to go crazy. For example, he went nuts when his daughter crashed his new car. Number 13, the best thing since sliced bread. This refers to an innovation that you find particularly useful. For example, I love my new touchscreen computer. It's the best thing since sliced bread. Number 14, to be full of beans. This simply means to be full of energy. For example, the children entered the classroom full of beans. Number 15, as easy as pie. This simply means very easy. For example, this grammar exercise is as easy as pie. Could you give me something a bit more challenging, please? Number 16, to sell like hotcakes. This refers to something being sold very quickly due to it being very popular and in demand. For example, the Beyond Burger is selling like hotcakes. It tastes just like a real burger and people are going crazy for it. Number 17, pear-shaped. This is more of an adjective and refers to something that goes wrong. For example, our plans went completely pear-shaped. Number 18, to bite off more than you can chew. This means to take something on that is too difficult for you to manage. For example, she is doing a part-time law degree as well as working at a bank. She has definitely bitten off more than she can chew. Number 19, the icing on the cake. This means the best part about something. For example, we had such a great time at the wedding, but the real icing on the cake was the best man's speech. Everyone was in stitches. And finally, number 20, food for thought. This refers to something that makes you think carefully about something, makes you ponder. For example, the school have decided to offer each student an iPad as a way of learning more effectively. Now that is food for thought. So, I hope that you enjoyed learning about these 20 food idioms and that you learned something new. As I said at the beginning of the video, I will be testing you. So let's see how carefully you were listening. So this is what we're going to do. I am going to say the 20 idioms once again, but I am going to leave out a word for each one. So it's your job to tell me what the missing words are. Do you think you can do that? I'm sure you can. So here we go. As cool as a cucumber. To take the biscuit. To take something with a pinch of salt. As cheap as chips. To be the of someone's eye. Apple. A couch. Potato. A hard to crack. Nut. A smart cookie. In a pickle. Like two in a pod. Peas. In a nutshell. To go nuts or bananas. The best thing since sliced bread. To be full of beans. As easy as pie. To sell like hot cakes. To be shaped. Pear. To bite off more than you can chew. The icing on the cake. Forethought. Food. So how many did you remember? Did you manage to get all 20 correct? Or did you forget a few along the way? So it is now your mission to try and use these idioms when you speak in English. Don't be afraid and don't hold back. You have nothing to lose. Know any more food idioms? Then I would love to hear them. Please leave them in the comments below with an example sentence if you're feeling up to it. I will leave some useful sites below as well so you can continue learning more useful idioms. If any of you have a specific topic in mind that you would like me to do a video on, please feel free to ask and I'll do my best to meet your request. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Lily_EnglishUK. And last but not least, thank you so much for watching today's video. It was an absolute pleasure teaching you as always. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Have a wonderful day. Bye.